right, guys, today's lesson, we're going to talk about release patterns. We're going to try and find a release that works for you. I've got a little tennis racket here. I've got an open side, which is black, and I've got a closed side, which is yellow. I'm hoping the visuals here are going to make a lot of sense to you. So think about it for a second. We've got golfers on tour that have a very bowed lead wrist. Okay, they get the club face in a more closed position, and we've got golfers on tour that have a more neutral grip, and they don't have the club face anywhere near as closed. And of course, they're both excellent golfers, okay, whether you're slightly closed or squared or slightly open. Of course, there are Hall of Fame golfers that have different types of grips. The bottom line is this: if you're a closed face golfer, if you come into the golf ball with a more closed club face, it's going to be very, very difficult for you to control a right to left golf shot because your club face is already very, very closed. You're trying to avoid generally the left side of the golf course with a hook. If that's you, you're going to learn to release your lead wrist, okay, the one that's closest to the target, into more extension, okay, which means my lead wrist is going to point more up with less supination or rotation. That wouldn't be a good matchup for you. Essentially, a stronger grip requires a slower rate of closure, a slower twisting of the golf club. Now, we've been told that we need to stabilize the face, stabilize the face, stabilize the face. I would push back on that a little bit. It's not so much that you're stabilizing the face by dragging the golf club around the corner or by developing what's called a blocking pattern if you have a closed face. We want to kind of give our speed a home here. We want to kind of let it go. We want to release it, but you're just releasing knuckles up and grooves up. That's all it really is. So imagine for you hookers out there, releasing your speed, really letting it go and seeing the ball move from left to right, because that's what you're going to see with most closed face golfers on the PGA Tour. You think about all those longer hitters, the Dustin Johnsons of the world, the Victor Hovlands, they are moving that golf ball predominantly from left to right, because that's a much better matchup if the club face is closed. Now, for 80% of you, of course, you have the club face more open. That is a much, much harder thing to control for a couple of different reasons. First of all, it requires a very, very fast rate of closure if your club face is coming into the golf ball from a very, very open position. If your lead wrist is kind of cupped, and I can see the dark side, the black side, okay, of this tennis racket here as I approach. If I come into impact here and my lead wrist is pointing up and my club face is open, the odds of me timing that consistently are going to be very, very challenging. So I think it's very, very important for you guys that have a more neutral grip, and or you get the face open either by cupping your left wrist or by moving your trail shoulder a little bit excessively internally. A little bit internally is okay. A lot often, unfortunately, moves the lead wrist in this cup position. Hey guys, quick TV timeout. A lot of people asking, how do I work with Andrew in person? I do half and 4 day immersions. I am the director of instruction at the Links at Stono Ferry. We're based 18 miles due west of one of the most beautiful cities, not just here in the United States, but possibly in the world, Charleston, South Carolina. We have amazing beaches, incredible food, great golf, and of course, phenomenal weather. Great excuse to come visit this amazing city. Come and work with me for half or 4 day. Improve your golf. It's a win-win for everyone. So check out the information in the description. You can reach me via my contact page. And again, I really look forward to the opportunity of working with you in person. We'll talk to you soon. I would say the vast majority of golfers are too extended at the top of the backswing. The problem you have if your grip is neutral or even a little weak and you extend, it's all over. You're wide open. If you're really, really strong with your left hand, I had the very good fortune of coaching a guy called Mark Wilson for a short while. I worked with him through the winter when I was up in Chicago. Fantastic guy. Went out and won 5 tour events. Very, very strong left hand. Left wrist pointing up. Very, very extended at address. Can you see that? So his matchup at the top of the backswing, he was about 45 degrees extended, but the face was in a wonderful position. Had he flattened his left wrist, he'd be hitting hooks all day long. It'd be way too closed. So most of you don't have very, very strong grips. You have more neutral grips. So it's far more important for you to flatten this lead wrist to control your face than it is have it in an extended position. So making swings, guys, where we strip some of this extension, we strip it on the way back. All right, we get the face pointing a little bit more away from us, and as we start the downswing, don't add it back in, okay, as you start down. Go ahead and maintain this flat wrist as you change direction. As I approach impact, I'm looking at the closed side of the racket, my palm is down, and then right in here, I can start to send my speed home. If you're a shut-faced golfer, remember you send your speed home this way, all right? Knuckles up, face open. You can see I'm looking at the open side of the club face. If you're an open face golfer, you tend to slice. When you send your speed home from here, guys, look at the racket, it's pointing down. You're going to have a little bit more rotation in your forearm. You're going to have a little bit more supination in your lead wrist as you turn those knuckles down. It's really important to make sure you match up your release to your grip. Neutral grip golfers are better suited to a draw, in my opinion. Stronger face golfers are probably a little bit better suited to a fade. Just like everything else in golf, guys, a lot of opposites. All right, a lot of opposites. I hope that makes sense. If you have any questions, feel free to send me a comment. I always get back to people. If you think this could help someone that might be a little bit confused with the way they're trying to hit the golf ball, maybe they've got a neutral grip and they're trying to hit cuts and it's weak and to the right. Maybe they've got a very strong grip and they've been trying to hit draws forever and they hit pushes and blocks and that's just not a good matchup for them. Go ahead and shoot the video to them. It may be very, very helpful. Thank you so much for pressing that subscribe button as well. I really appreciate the support on the channel. Make sure you match up your release to your grip. We'll talk to you next time.